This is how you can become more productive. Most people overcomplicate productivity. They turn it into a tangled mess of problems that aren't actually feasible to complete. Today, though, we're going to talk about how you can become more productive. When it comes to being productive, most people have a hard time just getting themselves to start a task. Every time they try to get something done, they hit a block, an almost physical thing that stops them from moving forward. They think there's something wrong with them and that the only thing stopping them from being productive is another app, routine, or hack. That if they just keep looking, they'll find something that will guide them through this block and allow them to finally start making something out of their lives. I've tried them all, and let me tell you, 99% of it is BS. You don't need an app to make yourself productive. In fact, the more that you spend your time on the phone, the less that you're going to actually get done. Instead, you need to put the apps down, and you need to take control of your own life. Stop letting those excuses justify your lack of forward motion in your life and your career. Stop giving yourself a reason to not be productive just because you haven't found the right goal yet. It's time to actually become productive. The following 5 steps are all you need. Number 1. Make a to-do list before you go to bed. Prepping a list in advance will slash your procrastination by half, as you won't wake up asking, "What should I do?" You're going to be able to get up, roll out of bed, and actually get started on the day. No hesitation, no thoughts, and no debates. Keep it at 6 high ROI tasks max. Any more than that, and you're going to end up so overwhelmed you don't get anything done. If you get all 6 tasks done, you can always make a second list for the later part of the day. No need to overcomplicate with apps. Write it down on paper. This prevents you from getting lost on your phone in the morning. You can look at that piece of paper and just start moving through the list. Number 2, order your task list from hardest to easiest. Soon as your morning routine is done, start working on your list. It might seem silly to start with the most difficult task first, but think of it this way. You have the most amount of energy when you wake up in the morning. You're going to be able to tackle it while you're still filled with invigoration for the day at hand. Do the hardest task, then move on to the next. You'll also find that once the hardest task is out of the way, you're going to be able to handle the other tasks with so much more energy and confidence. Do this step right and you'll accomplish more by midday than most people achieve in 1 week. Number 3, work on one thing at a time. Multitasking is great if you feel like you are getting things done versus actually getting things done. Most of the time, though, you start 3 projects and you never finish any of them. Instead, you get yourself confused, stretch yourself too thin, and become frustrated because it's been an hour and you haven't crossed anything off of your list. Complete one item, cross it off your list from, then move on to the next task. By doing this, you're going to find yourself way more invigorated. Never underestimate how exciting it can be to take a pen and cross that little goal off of your list. By crossing off the items, you're going to find yourself more willing to start on the next task. You'll be able to go, "Look at what I've done," and be even more excited to start on the next task. Listen to classical music to get into focus mode. This is going to also help you stay motivated. Music is the key to the soul, but it can be easy to get distracted if it's got lyrics in it. Stick with instrumentals and you're going to find yourself moving at a much faster pace. Number 4, use a timer. If you give yourself 1 week to write an article, it will take you 1 week. If you give yourself 1 hour to write an article, it will take you 1 hour. Lesson: if you want to get things done faster, give yourself a tighter deadline. Yes, it can be tempting to let things go until the last minute, but then you're going to be accomplishing last. The only way to make yourself productive is to make yourself do that work. You need to tell yourself that you have a shorter deadline, and that's going to help make you actually work faster. Keep your steps short, keep your pace fast, and keep your goals getting crossed off as quickly as you can. Number 5, use Sundays to plan. Every Sunday, I spend 15 minutes writing out my goals for the week. By picking one day to do this, you'll prevent yourself from being tempted to stop work in the middle of the week and make your plan for the next week. The goals are split into two categories, personal and business. This is important. You need to give yourself the ability to work on both aspects of your life. If you let just one aspect or the other take over, then you're going to find yourself incredibly disheartened. Work cannot be all-consuming. You must be able to accomplish personal works too. Example for business: write 2 threads, book 3 sales calls. Example for personal: gym times 4, buy new SIM card. This is going to give you a chance to structure both aspects of your life, work and personal. Keep your lists even. Don't let yourself spend too much time on one list over the other. This is going to help eliminate too much time spent wasted and will help you better yourself. And the best thing is, when you're more successful with your personal goals, you're going to be more willing to double down on your working goals. And if you manage to get ahead in work, then you're going to be able to have the freedom to accomplish more in your personal life. Not to mention more money to do it too. And the more money you have, the less time you're going to spend being stressed over bills. And the less time you're going to spend putting things off until you are in a better state. Get in a better state now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to be productive and just start working now. 80% of the time, trying to be more productive is just an excuse to procrastinate. It's a chance to go, hey, I'm going to put off work a little longer because I haven't found the perfect app to help guide me yet. But that excuse is just that, an excuse. You don't need to wait for the perfect app to start being productive. You can be productive at any moment. So stop shopping around for the latest hack or app. They aren't going to save your life. You need to start being accountable for your own actions. Make sure that you have a way to move forward and a reason to get up each morning and just start working. These 5 steps are more than enough to help you crush your goals and outwork most people. By having these tips on hand, you'll be able to get your goals brought in to a better state of reality. Make sure you subscribe to this channel for more tips on how to be productive and leave a like too. Before you go, drop us a comment down below. Let us know what apps have promised to help you be more productive only to fail you in the end.